Hello, my name is Adrian Singleton, and I'm a Lean Six Sigma Master Black Belt with Air Liquide. I want to talk to you today about something I'm really excited that Air Liquide has chosen to do this video teaching on, and it is daily performance management. Have you ever been in a position to where you have applied or added a lot of effort to have a project completed? And then once you finally have this project completed, after about 5 or 6 months, you find out that everything you put in place is no longer working. I want to show you a tool today that will help you sustain every single effort, not only just by yourself, but it's a team effort of team engagement so that you can sustain efforts and continuous improvement can continue to go. I know that we have a great leader that stated, how do we turn 66,000 employees to 66,000 problem solvers? Well, I have the key for you today, and it is through daily performance management. But before we go to daily performance management, I want to talk about the 5-step methodology that we utilize every single day in continuous improvement. You may ask, well, do I have to apply all 5 steps in order to maintain continuous improvement? The answer is no. If you understand one step and you continue to improve or you improve a process, congratulations, you are now a practitioner of Lean Six Sigma. But I want to go through these just for an awareness standpoint, and in other videos, we're going to show you how to apply all 5. But today, we're only going to focus on daily performance management. Number 1 is how to define a problem. All of us have went to a mechanic before, right? And they always start off with the lowest part. But it may start off at $100, but end up going to $2,000 because they're consistently trying to find the right solution to the problem while your vehicle is not performing at the highest level. The same thing goes for continuous improvement. We spend a lot of hours, money, lunches, just to try to figure out an issue and a lot of brainstorming to find out that the time we spent identifying one problem, it wasn't a problem from the beginning. So we want to help you identify the right problem that moves the needle and that it can sustain the effort of continuous improvement forever. Number 2 is how to measure and to identify waste. This is so important. Through daily performance management, we're going to show you how to identify the abnormal functions in your process and how to rid them out of your process. Number 3, how do I analyze root cause of waste? How do you analyze, once you identify the waste, how do you analyze that it's the correct thing to do? How do you analyze that it's the right problem to solve? We'll talk about that later on. Number 4 is how to prioritize and implement solutions. I know a lot of us have been a part of brainstorming sessions, right? So you have red sticky notes, yellow sticky notes, white sticky notes, pink sticky notes, sticky notes, sticky notes everywhere. And at the end of the brainstorming session, we ask ourselves, how do we implement all of these things at the same time? It is impossible, but there is a standardized way and a strategic step of how to apply those things or the ideas that you have gained in brainstorming. And the last one that we want to talk about today is how do I control and maintain solutions? This is a part of daily management. Daily management will help you control and maintain every single thing you put in place. I know a great analogy for me is once I have a workshop or a project, then if I don't have anything to sit the project on top of, then the project is going to fall back to the same. And that's what happens every single day in continuous improvement. So for the sake of this training, we're going to go through just understanding what does step 5 mean, control and maintain solution. But I want to talk about some things that is not. Number 1 bullet point states that there is no such thing as perpetual motion. That means that once I put something in place, it's going to always move and it's going to gradually get better. Osmosis is going to take place. No, that's not going to happen in continuous improvement. In continuous improvement, there has to be an intentional effort to execute the plan of understanding how to put these things in place and how to sustain these things. But the only thing that I want you to understand today is you're not meant to do this alone. You're meant to do this with a team effort of people so that if you're a leader, you can multiply yourselves with others and you can coach others of how to be great. I know in my life, I've been a part of athletics for a long time. And even with my children, my son and my daughters, and I always wanted them to have a very good coach. And I can identify a good coach from a bad coach. A good coach is a coach that can coach our children or can coach you when you have a bad play or a good play. A bad coach is a coach that only corrects you when you have a bad play. But a good coach is something that we're trying to develop out of daily management. You want to be a good coach to be able to multiply the things that you have learned, your experience, so that we can develop and add value to employees every single day. Bullet point number 2 says this: you just cannot walk away from the improvement and assume that it will continue as planned. I know for me, all of us have children. I have children. If you don't have children, I promise you that you will experience this one day. I often tell my children how to clean the room, or I will go in there and fold the clothes and help them with this themselves. Coming to find out a week later, the room is right back the same. This is because I assume that by me spending time with them, they will understand how to gauge my wisdom of how to keep their rooms clean. It doesn't work until I place a picture on the wall to show them this is how your room should look every single day. And I'm going to walk around every single day to make sure that your room is up to standard. Sure, that seems easy, but it works inside of continuous improvement the same exact way. Bullet point number 3 states this: you can't just visit the area daily at least for the first 3 weeks, and then the problem is solved. No, it doesn't happen like that. You have to have a consistent time to where you're meeting every single day, depending on the level of business. And again, Lean Six Sigma is not only for manufacturing. Lean Six Sigma is for every single part of business. It works in corporations, in hospitals, in every single field. You can utilize continuous improvement every single day. I promise you that you can. And the last bullet point says this: ensure the solutions are maintained and use the visual management to understand if the targets are being achieved. This is the biggest thing. You want to make sure that you utilize visual management just to make sure that every single target is being achieved. You know, I often ask myself, did I win today? When I go into work, when I go into the corporate office or I travel, at the end of the day, I always ask myself, did I win that day? So I want to ask you this question: how do you know if you're winning every single day? How do you know if your employees are winning every single day? How do you know that we are winning when it comes down to us adding our value to the culture of Elder Key? Well, daily management gives us the understanding if we won. We get a chance to set the score. We get a chance to set the scale, but the scale is set based off of our metrics, based off our dashboard, based off of the metrics that we utilize to make data-based decisions every single day. Now, as you have your attention focused on slide number 4, we're going to talk about daily performance management, the standard meaning around a visual board. And what does that mean? This allows us, bullet point number 1 states this: it allows us to manage activity as a team. This is so great to be able to attack a problem with a team effort. That means that everybody has ideas, but sometimes us as leaders, if we're not doing the work and we're not involving those that do the work, we're missing some great tools to really involve our team, because they may have the answers to the problem that it may take us years to solve, and they can have it with a simple suggestion. So daily management gives us the opportunity to do so. Number 2 states this: it motivates the process actors by sharing, solving issues and capturing new ideas. Listen, when we capture new ideas or we're capturing new issues, then we are passing along the ownership and we're developing leadership in the process actors so they can know that, hey, their leadership is just as important as ours. And the next thing, it states that it empowers the process actors by giving them the tools and means to solve a problem. This is the purpose of daily management, so that we can understand how to utilize the tools in a live situation, how to realize abnormalities in our process in a live situation. These are some great benefits to understand when we're implementing daily performance management. And so as we focus our attention on slide number 5, slide number 5 talks about this: the design of a visual management board. Let me pause for a second, because the design is not that important. It is the metrics that we utilize to drive the culture is important. Sure, your business may be different. Your business model may be different at the corporate level. Your business model may be different at the manufacturing level. Your business model may be different at home. But we can take the same data you use to make decisions, to put it at a visual location so that everybody that has a responsibility to help you become successful as a team effort, so that everything means the same. In my years, we used to call this True North. True North means that we're all focusing in the same direction. I want to show you a slide where you have different arrows going different places. But what daily management gives us, it gives us the opportunity to go in the same direction. So I want you to focus your attention where it says indicators, SQDC. I'm going to say this again, SQDC: safety, quality, delivery, and cost. All of us have to manage these things. Why are these indicators so important? Because these are the things that our customers care about the most. These are the things that our customers are willing to pay for. I'm gonna give you a tip. The things that our customers are not willing to pay for, we identify these things as waste. So again, our customers, they are willing to pay for safety. Air Liquide has done a great job of making sure that they know that we know that it's important for every single employee to go home the same exact way they entered into Air Liquide. So safety is so important. So quality, we have to measure our quality because our customers care about a great quality product. The next thing is our delivery. Every customer expects our on-time delivery. So if we're not measuring our delivery, we could be losing market share, which is so important for us to stay in tune with our customers. And then what about our costs? How do we manage our business? What is our fixed cost? What is our overhead cost? How are we managing this every single day? You may think, well, Adrian, I don't think everyone needs to know that. Well, I want to give you a surprise. Everybody needs to know this because when they know that they're adding value to these particular indicators, then they can help you solve the issues, not just once a month, not just once a quarter, but every single day. And then you also have the objectives, you have the daily achievements, which you can have, you can congratulate each other in these moments. And then you also can talk about the trends. What are the trends that we have? But the most important point, I believe, on this board is to your far right, where you see the problem link. This is key. Just say if we do not hit our safety goals for the day. What if we don't hit our quality goals for the day? What if we don't hit our delivery goals for the day? What if we don't hit our cost goals for the day? Then what happens in a daily performance management walk, that means that everybody will walking or have one stand-up meeting at an appointed time. Then we get a chance to put the improvement actions in place to say how we're gonna solve this abnormality out of our process. This is so great. I'm super excited about these type of things. Why? Because now you have an opportunity to learn how to apply the 5-step methodology steps in reference to continuous improvement. And of course, you may say, well, I don't know how to do this. We are here as a continuous improvement team to show you how to do this. And this is a part of Air Liquide University. So there are going to be lots of tools to show you how to get through these issues. So as we go to slide number 6, let's talk about defining the objectives. The objectives of daily performance management is this. It needs to be well defined in order to do several things. In order to improve performance, our safety, quality, delivery, and cost. Number 2, it needs to be able to improve our communication. Very important. It needs to be able to improve our team engagement. What about the team? How do you engage your team every single day? So if you can't meet with your team often, now guess what? You have an opportunity every single day to engage with your team, to increase employee morale. This is so important to have. All of us know we have our very favorite football team, athletic team. And it's important for the team to come together and rally together. Why? Because they're going from one goal to another as a team. And it's so important for them to understand. The next thing is performance autonomy. Why is performance autonomy so great? So that we can measure our performance and we can understand how we're going to perform long distance or short distance. But it's important for us to be able to engage that during performance management every single day. And also, how do we improve our customer satisfaction, which is very important for us to do. Now, as we go to slide number 7, this is a very important slide. Slide number 7 says, define the indicators: safety, quality, delivery, and cost. I want to talk to you about some of the things that we need to understand as we design these essential points. These are very important for you to understand. Number 1, we have to be able to address the target. What is the target? How do we win? How do we keep score? I know if we play games, we understand, well, the first person to 15 wins. Well, how do we identify how to win every single day? This is important for us to understand. Let me ask you this. How do you know if you win every single day? I know that we all are working different hours and traveling and doing different things, but how do you know if you win every single day? I know for myself, as a leader within Air Liquide, I often question myself, did I win today? Was I productive today? This is a chance for us as a team to be able to ask ourselves the same exact question. Number 2, it must be quantitative. What's the numbers? Are we supposed to do 5, 10? What's our efficiency? We want to make sure that we understand the numbers, because the numbers is how we dictate our performance and how we drive improvement. How do we engage to increase our market share if it's not quantitative? The last thing, this is important. It must be understandable. I know that a lot of us grew up seeing wallpaper. We call this a wallpaper analogy. When you have data on the floor and nobody understands it, it just becomes wallpaper to the employees at the corporate level or the manufacturing level. Why? Because they don't understand the meaning of the metric. So we want to make sure that we make our metrics very understandable so that every person that walks past this metric, they can understand it. I often ask leaders, I see metrics in this location. If I walk every single person past these metrics, will everybody understand it? And often the answer is no. So let's be sure to make it very understandable. And it needs to be easy to fill out. We don't want to make it too complicated, because if we make it too complicated, they're not going to want to do it no more. It's going to be burdensome. It's going to be extra thing to do. So make it very easy to fill out. And then, hey, share the wealth, share the responsibility with everyone. It should not just be one person, but everybody. The person that's responsible for safety, him and his team, they have the responsibility to fill it out. The person that's responsible for quality, and so on and so forth, they have the responsibility to take care of the items and fill out the board. The next thing is, it must allow actions to be taken. In these moments, as you go through the daily management, then actions must be taking place. If we're not going to hit a goal, then we have the opportunity to add resources or to take resources to make an adjustment in our day so that we're always set up to win. As we go to slide number 8, I want you to focus on yourself. I want you to focus your eyes to the right-hand side of the screen. And the quote says at the top, continuous improvement is done in spare time. We're too busy. Listen, I want to say this. I know that a lot of us have heard this before, that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting the same results. Not saying that you are insane, but the process has insanity in it. If we keep doing the same exact thing and we're expecting to get better, it's not going to help us get better by doing the same thing. So we have to do what the slide shows on the right-hand side. Continuous improvement has to be a part of the job. And that's what daily performance management does. It is a part of our everyday solutions. Some of the things that are successful when adding daily management is problem solving is stimulated. Team building is stimulated. It is a motivator for the team to maintain and to improve process. Remember again, how do you turn 66,000 employees to 66,000 problem solvers? This is key. It is a part of the daily work, and it's supporting effective communication. A lot of businesses fail because they don't have effective communication. Data management gives us this. And this other bullet point I really want to spend a little time on, maybe 30 seconds, is how to eliminate silo thinking. A lot of us begin to think we just want to do our jobs, and we're very good at doing our jobs. But how do we cross-pollinate the experience and share the experience across the board? The daily management system, it gives you the team approach of all these years of experience looking at one problem. Listen, it is more than just one person that can solve the problem, but if you have a team effort, the problem becomes fun, it becomes engaging, and once we solve it, we can sustain it because the silos are torn down, because you're bringing every expert that understands and loves this business and cares for the business and cares for the increase of business and to take care of our customers, because we are eliminating the silos. And as we go to slide number 9 is really just only example. Remember I said earlier that it all depends on the business that you are from. We can customize this to be any other way, but if I can give it to you in simple terms, it's simply this. How do you manage your business every single day? We would take the same data and place it on visual boards so that everybody can understand how do you manage your business from data-based decision making. It is that simple. As you go to slide number 10, the same exact thing. We can use different boards, electronic boards. You can be as creative as you want. But remember, we just want to keep it very simple so that everybody can understand the purpose and get into the motion of daily management every single day. And it all depends on the scale of the business. So here we have an example of a multiple-sided board, one-sided boards, two-sided boards, three-sided boards, four-sided boards. Whatever's good, whatever your team decides, hey, get your team involved in creating the daily management system. I promise you, as they are involved, they will create excitement around, and they will excite you behind having this tool in their workspace every single day, because it creates momentum with the team. So as we go to slide number 11, slide number 11 shows this. It shows the different levels of dashboards. And what this shows is really this, is there are different frequencies depending on the business or the elevation of the employee. So for senior management, they may meet with company objectives and show Power BI dashboards, and they may meet maybe monthly. But think about process owners and champions. They may utilize process objectives, make different sheets, Google Sheets, and they may meet maybe once a month. Again, but as we go to the local management and the process actors, they may need to meet more frequently. So they may have daily performance management, visual management boards, and then they may meet every single day. It all depends. Senior management, I have been in position to where senior management, they meet every single day. I've been in situations to where the process owners and champions meet every single day. It all depends on what the group decides. But as a warning to get started, first start off the very first few weeks meeting every single day until you can get the understanding of it, and then pull away from it if you need it. But the ones that are at the local management and process need to get in the habit of meeting every day or at least a few times a week just to get in the habit of meeting, because it's so important to manage your improvement every single day. And again, my name is Adrian Singleton. If you have any questions, or perhaps your location want to implement a daily management system, please give any black belt a call. Give me a call. My email will be below, adrian.singleton@airleakey.com. We're willing to help you, and we're so thankful that you have spent time with us today understanding daily management from Air League Key University. And again, my name is Adrian Singleton, Lean Six Sigma Master Black Belt. Have an excellent day.